If you
Yeah,
can keep your expenses low and use your money to either invest in your skills, which is
yeah.
obviously what you've done to allow you to then start your rent to rent business, and also invest in assets that are going to pay you passive income, then that's the route to freedom, I think.
I had a peep out of him for a month.
It's nice, isn't it?
I even got home back from my trip and texted him saying, look, is everything okay? Like, let me
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Fine, thank you for checking up. And
Brilliant.
literally now, this last month, or probably for the next couple of weeks, it's been pretty hands off. I just had the list, called him up. He was like quite receptive, spoke to him, and I went to. Do you remember? I think we looked at it. It was a 2-bed flat in Barnes. The rent was
It was
like
nice, yeah, I remember.
89, but needed a bit of work. But me and him just got on really well.
Yeah. A lot of these guys you see online saying they got 100 units and all this stuff, trust me, they're going through stress. Most of them are lying. Some people come on the course and like they do a bit of it and then they're scared to go out on the viewings and go and speak to people, but you was the complete opposite. You know, who wants to retire at 67? I don't want to do that.
I'd like to get my one buy to let this year.
Yeah.
Potentially two, but we'll see how the first one goes.
Yeah.
Just for now, start looking for another deal, another rent to rent deal. If I can be making 1,500 quid, maybe 2 grand, I'll be more than happy by the end of the year.
We'll get you then. Welcome back to Luke's Properties YouTube channel. We're back with another success story. In this video, I'll be interviewing one of my success students, Joe. We started working with Joe early in 2024, and since then, just 6 months after joining our program, Joe secured his first rent to rent property. There's loads of value in this episode, so without further ado, let's get into it. Best place to start, you came on the course, when was it? Only a year you've actually been working with us, you know. When I look at it, you've only came on 2024, which was January last year.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
But you've been flying.
Yeah.
Basically, you didn't hold back at all. Some people come on the course and like they do a bit of it and then they're scared to go out on the viewings and go and speak to people, but you was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
You ain't got an issue with having a chat, have you? Like you're steaming straight in, like having a chat with agents, getting to know them and that. I think that's great.
Yeah. Well, I just used to, when I first started, I'd finish work and maybe have like a little list of
Yeah,
agents.
yeah.
Cool. And then to be fair, I spoke to some of my friends who are like in recruitment and like
Yeah.
they helped me with my pitch a little bit, just like little words that are more open ended and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's the way, bro, man. Like, because most people, like, that's a lot of the stumbling blocks that they come up against is going and actually speaking to people. I think sometimes people see it online and it looks like it's easy. Do you know what I mean? And then when it comes around to them actually doing the work, like going and speaking to people, that's the part they find most daunting. Like even the new people that I've just onboarded, I'm still trying to get them to go and do their first few viewings, and like that's like the biggest hurdle for a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? That I think some people think they can just click some buttons online and then all of a sudden they got deals, but business is a people's game. Do you know what I mean? You have to actually go and meet people, look them
Yeah,
in the eye, you know what I mean? Have a chat with them.
yeah. People do business for people they like, don't they, at the end of the day?
Yeah, basically, yeah. But what was you doing? So you're still working now, aren't you? But what was you doing for work when you came on the course? Like, what was you?
So I just work in construction, heating and
Construction, yeah.
site work. So I'm still doing that now.
Yeah.
Still got that one property in Wadham. So,
Yeah.
so I've got someone in there for like a few months now. So it works out really well. Like I've got that
Taking
all
over.
before I went away.
Yeah.
I had a peep out of him for a month.
It's nice, isn't it?
For a month. I even got home back from my trip and texted him saying, look, is everything okay? Like, let me know.
Yeah.
And thank you for checking up. And
Brilliant.
literally now, this last sort of like month, or probably for the next couple of weeks, it's been pretty hands on.
Yeah. No, that's the way. That's how you want it to be.
Yeah. But that one, I started off with like doing the service accommodation, but then I just put it on open rent and I could make it
Yeah.
quick, hands off, no worries.
Yeah. That's
No,
what I found. People want to like try and make as much as possible. That's what you want to do in the beginning, innit? You want to try and sweat it
yeah,
as much as possible and maximize it. But there's like a biting point, just like in the medium term tendencies, really. Once you've obviously it's furnished, you've got all the bills set up and that, it just
yeah.
makes sense sometimes to just rent it for a bit more than what you're paying and move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying, I know it's going to be working and that to keep it going and scale up, but
Mhm.
also I wanted to just be able to basically leave it there. And
Yeah.
obviously, when I took the deal on, I was a bit like cautious. I thought, okay, let's see how
Course.
it pans out. I didn't want to just go
Course.
taking another one or trying to
Course. And that's
sort
sensible.
of learn the system a bit.
Yeah.
And to be fair, even I had a few like little issues when I was doing the service accommodation as well. Like it was getting a few bookings and it worked. And then I was just like, well, I remember we had a call when I was at one of my jobs. I
Yeah.
read
Yeah.
try open rents. I just put it on there, and I've had a few like little headaches with it in terms of like people saying they want it, then pulling out, and then people saying
That
they want it.
happens. That
But then
happens.
I think also maybe I had the rent a bit too high, so it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
that sweet spot really.
Yeah, it's never a case of like there's always a few weeks, sometimes even a month of like teething problems. Like I've had that with many of mine where you're figuring out what works best for it. Like
Yeah,
even the 10 bed, when I first took that one on, I was trying to do it as like service accommodation, but I was trying to do each individual bed sit as like an SA. I was getting like people booking like left, right, and center. Couples come in there for like Valentine's Day and all this sort of stuff. We even had one woman working in there. Obviously, she was probably doing stuff she shouldn't have been doing. Like men are leaving like often in the night
oh,
and
okay,
that.
yeah,
So it was too much going on, bro. And then obviously we adjusted it a bit, and then we started renting them out to like individuals on like a longer term, like 3 months, 6 months, and then that started working out. But for the first 3 months, it was chaos, bro. It's like people just coming and going.
yeah,
There's only like about 6 or 7 car park spaces there. So like people fighting over the car park spaces, messaging us like, oh fucking hell, like I thought I had a space and getting bad reviews. So there's always a bit of like initial craziness in the beginning, but you just got to get past that and find the right
yeah.
model for it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want it to be a headache. You know what I mean?
Nah,
I don't want to be like taking more and more, and they're just all becoming a headache.
nah, nah. And there are people who are in that position. Trust me.
Yeah,
A lot of these guys you see online saying they got 100 units and all this stuff. Trust me, they're going through stress. Like
yeah,
it's not
yeah,
all. Some of them, most of them are lying, but a large part of them are going through madnesses. Like I think there's a biting point with rent to rent. You don't even want to have too many. Do you know what I mean?
no,
I think like 10 maximum is where you want to be at. Really, like anything between 5 and 10 is perfect.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
to replace that income.
Yeah, yeah, because when I started this journey, the whole point was I want to be able to get time back in it, not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
be running around. Because obviously, if you're doing that, it's
yeah,
more stress than it is actually working. Because at least when I go to work,
yeah.
I ain't got to think about it. I ain't got to run
Nah, you
around.
just got to turn up,
Just
clock
turn
on,
up
clock in,
Monday
clock
to
off, done.
Friday. Like if it gets too much like that, it's like it's not for me. I wanted to. The whole goal for me is I don't need to be like a millionaire. I'm not too bothered about that. Just enough
Nah,
money and have enough time to
yeah,
like
yeah.
family. I'm cool. I can chill with the family
That's
or
it,
whatever.
bro. That's it.
My own terms. Wake up when I want. Go to the gym when I
Exactly.
want. That's it.
Exactly. And you're on the way to getting there, really, aren't you? Like that's the first brick that's laid well now. So
Yeah.
another couple deals. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna look at. Well, also I'll have a look at this on the note and see how it goes. We get.
yeah,
It will get back to me, and then I've still got. Like I said, I've still got quite a lot of money saved up. Like, but I've still got my 75 grand.
yeah,
So.
yeah. You're ready. I think that's got to go into some buy to lets,
So,
really, really.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking next. I'm thinking I'm gonna start researching an area and having
Yeah,
a look. My friend, in my football team, he's got a new missus and she's got like 5 buy-to-lets. She just buys them, yeah,
yeah,
and they're just ready to go. And she just rents
yeah,
them out.
yeah,
Like, I think she's got one in Norwich that profits £500 a month. It's like
yeah,
20 new build, 25k down, and it's just
yeah,
5 extra a
yeah,
month.
yeah. Because
So,
you get interest only. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
rents are
yeah,
high. Nice little profit, bro. That's all you got to do. Nice and simple. I think you should make that definitely your goal. Like before,
one,
yeah, by the middle of this year, I think you should definitely have at least one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I will.
Because the way that the market's supposed to go over the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to be looking at 30% appreciation. So
Yeah,
that say if you get two properties out of that 75, you're going to be able to pull that 75 back out in 3 4 years time and buy two more.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, then you got four.
yeah,
And if you've
yeah,
got a few rent to rents on the go as well, you're laughing at that point. Do you know what I mean? You'll be traveling the world doing whatever you want.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's a good little plan.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, so like I said, well, I've got this first one. I took a bit of time getting my head around it, to be fair, and working out what the best way to do it was.
Yeah.
Now, like, now I think I'm ready to go and look for another one. So,
hmm Yeah, I want
yeah,
to send you the latest version of the program because we've done some updates in there. Got like some different scripts, some different letters for you to send as well. Ways for you to do that data entry so you can get the names off the register a bit easier rather than you having to do it one by one. And just a few more recordings of me speaking with agents and landlords so you can actually just copy what I'm saying, do you know what I mean? And see if that can work for you as well.
the place that I've got that you've seen more than it's more of a low end place.
Yeah,
The more, like if you have like if you've got one, you're like, I don't know, say in zone one.
yeah.
probably not going to experience them issues as much.
Yeah. Gonna get a better quality of tenant, and you're gonna get.
You're going to probably stability in it.
Yeah, but everyone there's like demand for all different tenant types. So isn't there like working class, corporate people?
Yeah.
You can have them in both areas. We've got some that are in rough areas in Wales, but they do really well with contractors and that. And then we've got some other ones where it's more of a high end, isn't it? So it's just having a balance, bro, man.
Yeah.
It's just having a balance. But one thing I wanted to speak to you quickly about is, when you was out there building those relationships with agents, I think you undersell yourself a bit there, because like you was basically getting offered deals, and I remember we was going over a couple deals, like analyzing them, and you was really close to getting a couple deals. Like we've actually turned a couple deals down from what I remember.
That was the most annoying thing. I kept getting given these deals, but none of them work.
Yeah, but at least you're getting offered them. Like if you just say that to someone in the group now, like some of the new people, they'd be like, "I'd love to get offered the deal." You was getting offered them because you had been going and doing the rounds. You knew them agents on a first name basis,
Yeah.
and they were thinking of you like first. You know what I mean? When something was coming up, so that's a good position to be in. And I think we just didn't want to jump at something just because the numbers weren't quite
No,
working out, were they?
definitely. I don't want to put myself in a bad position.
Nah, they were quite expensive.
I'm not like in a rush either. Like, you know, just
Nah.
the right one and
Yeah. But even to be in that position is a good position to be in. I think like some of them contacts, hit them up again, and like you never know, the right one might come along for a bit of a fairer price. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. So I've written that down. Is that what you wanted me to run for? Like, for
No,
the
it's cool, bro, man. Like just yeah, I just thought that was impressive, like the way that you were speaking with those people, and obviously for people who haven't got as much confidence as you, do you know what I mean? For them, it's like they like to know like how you even done that. But I mean, I guess you was just going and doing it. There isn't really no blueprint to actually
yeah,
going and having a chat. You just
yeah,
going and having a chat, ain't you? Being
yeah.
likable.
I just had my little pitch I had when I went on the phone, which is like literally three different sentences. Like, is it would the landlord be able to company let?
Yeah,
Okay. What's the best way for me to position myself?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that provide? Is there an email
yeah,
address? I'll either say no, or they might give you a contact, and then
yeah. What's
go
the
from.
worst that can happen?
Yeah, but I'll run through the guys who I met just because I think you
Yeah,
wanted.
go on.
So I remember Mansour. I got a guy called Mansour works for James.
Mansour, I remember now.
Yeah. So they're based in like Putney Barnes, which is quite an affluent area to be
Yeah,
fair.
it is nice around there.
And I just had the list, called him up. He was like quite receptive. Spoke to
Yeah,
him, sent me
yeah.
and I went to. Do you remember? I think we looked at it. It was a 2-bed flat in Barnes. The rent was
It
like
was nice. Yeah, I remember.
1,800, but needed a bit of work.
Yeah.
And we spoke about, and we thought we needed to maybe try and lower the rent a little bit, and
Yeah.
it didn't work out in the end. But me and him just got on really well. Just like
Yeah.
chatting, talking about football, talking about this and like that. And then
That's
he ended up sending me like 4 or 5 properties.
mm,
Unfortunately, none of them actually worked out, but
mhm.
we got on really well. He was like similar age to me. He was quite new to his role. I was
Yeah.
talking about what I've been doing. I was like,
Yeah.
help and got on
Yeah.
quite. But he ended up sending me quite a lot of properties. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, couldn't move on any of them, which probably didn't look that good in the end. But
Whoa. It's got to make sense, hasn't it? You're not going to
yeah,
like jump into something just because you're new to it. Like you
yeah,
don't want to be doing that, but I think it's still you have that relationship there, so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
still explore it. You could pick up the phone to him anytime, and he's going to be open to having a conversation with you again.
That was just a company I found online. I had a list of companies writing all down. I was like, all right, let me do this today and see how I get on. Then
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
a guy called Metin. Metin was through Open Rent.
yeah,
So I met him quite early actually. I just pulled up, started talking to him. He
yeah,
again was so he sent me a couple of properties. I remember there was one in North London. I think
yeah.
the rent was like £6 or something. It was like 6 bed. So
It's
I was
big.
like, yeah, I was like, I can't
Yeah,
work.
yeah. It's a big outlet.
Yeah. But he was actually like, look, come to my little office. I went to his office, had some food with him,
Yeah,
shared
yeah,
for an hour, just like chatting, getting to know him. So
yeah.
he sent me a couple, like, and even like I ain't spoke to him for a little while, but even sometimes he'll just bring me out the blue and he'll be like, oh, which one, like, did you work with this? Could you not?
Yeah.
And also, I think not necessarily that they were. I don't think they were the right deals, but also it was a big jump to go
Yeah, of course.
to committing to £6 a month sort of
Yeah, of
thing.
course, bro. I think what you've done is that first step, like getting a one bed, is perfect. It's just a good way to start. Do you know what I mean? It's you don't need to be jumping in, biting off more than you can chew. We've had people like you see in the group who've done that. Do you know what I mean? And they've come a
Yeah,
bit unstuck, and maybe just laying that first brick, having a small manageable unit, and going from there is the right way to do it, man. Don't need to be jumping in too deep initially. Anyway, you can build yourself up to get to that stage, I think.
And then I met a guy called Martin. You heard of London Lettings?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
London
like,
Let.
so I just walked in there. I was like, oh, how's it going? Like, this is what I do. I've got a company.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, how could we work together? Was something you'd be interested in? How can I
yeah,
build that? It?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and then I spoke to a guy in there, and he's like, okay, yeah, we do work with companies,
mm,
large sort of thing. And
yeah,
he then said, but you need to speak to the director. Gave me a
yeah,
card. I tried to contact the director a couple of times, but couldn't get through to him. Then suddenly he called me back,
yeah,
and I went into his office. It was when England were playing.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
I went into his office. We started chatting for like 45 minutes, and then he's like, "Okay, look, I've got a few properties. Let's go and have a look." So he
Yeah,
took me
yeah,
around the car to a couple in like South Croydon, like
yeah,
that sort of
yeah,
way. Some nice ones, to be fair.
yeah.
And he had a few viewings, and then we went to one of his friends who he does a lot of work. We went to their house for dinner.
You
Had
know.
some food. Oh no, we didn't actually have food. We weren't there. We was gonna have food, and we didn't in the end because the guy's missus was like, oh, I think they should go. So
I
then we,
kicked you out.
yeah, yeah. So then we went to the pub and just had like dinner and some beers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like, in Croydon,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it worked. But we got on really well. I ended up having about 8 pints with him and just
Lagging.
getting pissed up. Yeah, talking about this, talking about that.
Listen, that's the best way. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're underselling yourself, but I mean, like, just having those human interactions, going and having a conversation with someone, walking into their shop, telling them what you need, what you do, trying to add value to them is so underrated, isn't it? Like, you can have the best marketing, all the fancy letters, fancy logos, and websites, but if you can't go and speak to someone, like, give them that build that trust face to face, you're not really going to get very far in this game. Do you know what I mean?
No, no, yeah, I definitely value that over the marketing and
Yeah, that's
not
more you.
over letters, but just more
Yeah.
like going in and just talking and
Well, you
just
got to
saying,
lean into your strengths, innit? You're better at
yeah,
that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We're not all like super tech savvy and that. Like, so if you're good at having a conversation, you don't mind doing that, and you got to lean into what you're good at. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. I tried calling him a few times after he sent me the still, but I just couldn't get through to him again. But I
Yeah.
mean, these aren't people well, like I said, I haven't spoken to them continuously throughout, but I'd be more than happy just to give them a call and see.
Yeah, yeah. I think now
So
you're
they're
back.
pretty receptive.
Yeah, going
But
forward.
even go and walk in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. Go and walk in, and now you're back, and you're going to be looking for more, and you got that first one, and it's doing well. Now I think you
Like,
should go and explore. Then people.
I could probably pop in there and just be like, look, I know our deal didn't work, but you still helped me, so I got my first deal. I just want to say thank you for the help and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. There you go.
There, innit? That shit in.
Yeah, because that takes all the pressure away from them thinking, oh, like I got to give him something. No,
Yeah,
I've got one. It's doing well. Just wanted to let you know. Thanks, like for helping me
yeah,
out or trying to anyway. If anything else comes up,
yeah. That's it. That'd be my opening in to see like, oh yeah, thank you
literally,
for passing a few little gems that did help.
literally having that first one makes it so much easier because you got like the proof of concept. You're even more confident, and it just takes that pressure away from the situation. Do you know what I mean? You can just
Yeah,
be, you can flow with it. You haven't got to be like, give me a
yeah,
deal, give me a deal. Do you know what I mean? And I think that
yeah,
comes across in your body language, everything, your tone, like you just
yeah,
seem relaxed when you got that first one. I remember that's how it was for me. Like,
yeah. And I found even like when I went to meet Martin, like we was probably talking about business for like 20 minutes.
yeah, yeah,
And he was talking about going out, chatting to girls,
yeah,
or having a beer or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Just normal human stuff. It doesn't always have
Yeah,
to be about what you're trying to get from the situation. Just normal interactions, football, having a beer, whatever's the common ground. And then once they start to like you and you have a bit of a relationship, then obviously, yeah, let's see if we can do something together, you know?
yeah,
That's what I think people could definitely learn from people that watch this back. Like that's what they should be looking to do. Human interactions are so underrated, and having a chat with someone about normal stuff can get you a long way.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. So what's obviously the goals for the future then? What's the big plan? Obviously, I know we
But
mentioned buying some properties, but a couple more rent to rents, a couple buy to lets.
yeah, well, I'd like to get my one buy to let this year,
Yeah,
potentially two, but we'll see how the first one goes,
yeah, yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
And then just for now, start looking for another deal, another rent to rent deal.
yeah, yeah,
Because I'm making maybe like, if I could be making an extra £1,500 a month by
yeah,
the end, I'd be happy.
yeah,
Right, say between 300 and 400 I'm making.
yeah.
So
So you're a third of the way there, pretty much.
if I can get if I can be making 1,500 quid maybe 2 grand, I'll be more than happy by the end of the year.
Ah, we will get you there. No problems, bro, man. Like one buy to let could replace another 350, 400, maybe even 450, depending on where you buy it. And one more rent to rent, 600 plus, 700 plus, maybe go a little bit bigger, 2 bed, 3 bed,
Yeah,
bit more
yeah,
meat on the bone, and you're there. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
So that if I could do that by the end of the year, I'd be happy. And then if I can do the same the next year, I'm not quite replacing my income, but I'm nearly there.
You're nearly there. And what happens is when you get the time back, you can maybe cut down your hours, or you can do
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
a
exactly.
bit of work to top up. Do you know what I mean? And
A
but
4 day week.
yeah, but it just gives you that option. Do you know what I mean? Rather than feeling like you have to. And I
Yeah,
think so many people could benefit from having that option, rather than feeling like they've got to
yeah.
do 40, 50 hour weeks, because we can't all work forever.
No, I felt that.
Do you know what I mean? And who wants to retire at 67? I don't. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be on the beach, with little family
Yeah,
and that, just out the
yeah,
way.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
But that's what
So
we're aiming towards, bro.
when hopefully Mo gets back to me, maybe we could run through that property if you've got a bit.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. When he does get back to you, yeah, just book a call in, or WhatsApp me, and we'll jump on the call.
Yeah,
We'll go over it together, bro, and make sure the numbers stack and that. But I do think that it's if it's a good property in a good area, it could be perfect for you. Like, it's a little bit bigger than the first one.
yeah. And
Booking.com, Airbnb will be booming.
yeah, I remember speaking to you before about moving out. See, now I don't think I'm going to move out. I'm
Nah,
just going
nah.
to
Keep
save
your
my money and just
yeah,
invest it and put it here. Put it
yeah. I think that's
right,
the way,
right now. I pay £100 a month to the family.
bro. Just stay where you are, man. If you
Yeah,
in
that's
that, if you're in that position, then just stay where you are, stack the money up, and then
it.
invest it.
It allows me to take more risks as well and feel more comfortable taking risks because I ain't got to worry about nothing really.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go and fall into that trap like most people do in London, where they end up like renting somewhere for 2 grand, 3 grand a month, and then all of a sudden they got no disposable income to
Yeah,
invest. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
You got to be able to take that risk. End of the day, it's different for us than it was for our parents' generation. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We got to play the game a bit differently. If you
yeah,
can keep your expenses low and use your money to either invest in your skills, which is
yeah,
obviously what you've done to allow you to then start your rent to rent business, and also invest in assets that are going to pay you passive income, then that's the route to freedom, I think.
yeah, yeah. I think that's going to be the plan for a little while.
Yeah,
Some of this money I've saved, and then I can just stay at home and rebuild it quick.
quick time, bro. And then you got options then, ain't you?
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely when that deal comes up, if it does, then we'll go over the numbers together, man, and we'll hopefully make a decision. But if it ain't that one, then I'm sure it will be another one that you go and find yourself. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or Mo's getting deals thrown at him left, right, and centre now, so I'm sure there'll be other deals that come in there. There's more people joining the program. I might get a deal sourcer to come into the group as well, depending on if the deals are proper. So there'll be opportunities coming. Do you know what I mean? It's just making sure we're ready to take them when they do.
yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely. I think that's the number. £1,500 extra a
Yeah,
month
yeah, we'll get there, bro.
That's
100%.
by the end of the year.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's a good thing to write down and have that.
Like even now, I'm self-employed. I went away for 3 weeks. I ain't getting paid. I ain't getting
Yeah,
paid for 3 weeks. That
yeah,
3 weeks work.
yeah,
So that's long as well. Like I need
yeah,
that money. I don't want to be going away and not getting money.
yeah. You want your income to be tied, not tied to your time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, I was saying that I got my 400 quid, but I didn't
Yeah,
get.
you
But it's
didn't get
not.
your full income that you would have got
Yeah.
if you was working.
So
It'd be nice to be sitting out there with the lions and the monkeys, knowing that a couple grand's coming in. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay, I can
yeah,
stay
yeah,
out here for long. We can extend if
yeah,
we
yeah.
want to, babes. Do you know what I mean?
Right, we're not going yet. We're not going.
Yeah, yeah, bro. But yeah, all right. Well, yeah, I think that's all my questions answered, bro. You've done. We've flown through it.
Yeah, good, good. It's good to catch up anyway, Luke. It's good
Yeah,
to have a chat.
always, bro,
As,
man. And I
as
appreciate.
always, as always, it's a game of football whenever you're ready.
Yeah, yeah.
We got
Do
we got
you
a
know
semi
what?
coming up, the final.
Yeah, yeah. I might have to get involved now. I've been playing every week down at Footy Addicts, and I'm getting too good for it down there. So I
Yeah.
might have to come and play with the boys. All right, mate. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming
Cool.
on.
Have a good one, Luke. Nice to
You
see you.
too, bro. You too, bro. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And we'll speak soon, yeah?
Thanks for your help. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Bye.